girl Kim with GD. What it do? What y'all doing? Today your girl is back with another video. Y'all, I do want to say if my camera quality looks different, I am officially using my phone again, how I used to do, because my camera, the lens is stuck, y'all. Like, the lens is stuck, and my camera is going through it right now. So we back hustling on the phone, which I'm really sad about because I love my camera quality. I'm not really a big fan of the phone quality no more, but we got to get the videos done. But anyways, today's video is a college advice video. I had posted on my Instagram, and I asked y'all to ask me questions about college, because I want to give y'all advice for like incoming freshmen or anybody who's starting college, who's like maybe nervous and don't really know what to expect. I am officially a sophomore. I go to Sam Houston State University, and I started college last year, and I was nervous. Like, you know, being a first generation student is kind of hard, not knowing what to expect in college and not like actually getting advice from your peers when you're like the first one to go to college. So that's why I'm doing this video, to help you guys out so y'all can know what to expect, and so y'all can be prepared a little bit, just a little bit, for when you get into college, so you're not just like dumbfounded, you know. So with that being said, I'm gonna be looking at the questions on my laptop because again, I'm using my phone. So I'm gonna start by answering the most asked questions, and then I'm just gonna give y'all advice, like my advice personally. Okay, so the first question is, how is it managing your party life / social life and your study life? So for me personally, it wasn't that hard to adjust with like balancing my study life and my party life, because the way that I do it, I just prioritize my academics first. So if I know I want to go to a party or anything like that, I go ahead and get my work done, and then I go to that party. I always feel like you should always prioritize your academics. It is very vital to have a social life. But when it comes to parties, y'all, honestly, there are going to be parties the whole semester. So you don't have to worry about like missing anything too crazy. Like, I do advise y'all to get out and go to parties, but always prioritize your academics. So if you know you want to go to a party, and 9 times out of 10, if you go to a party, you're going to get home, you're going to get back to your dorm or apartment really late. So make sure you have your work done. Do not go to parties knowing that you have assignments that are due the next day and that you have class in the morning and you're not going to go to that class. For me personally, when I used to go to parties, I always went to class the next day, and I had an 8 a.m. If I had an 8 a.m., if I was going to my 8 a.m. after I got home from a party at 3 o'clock in the morning, y'all could do that too. So honestly, it's not hard managing your social life, your party life, and your study life. You just got to keep the balance. Always prioritize your academics so that you are able to go to the parties and have fun. You do not want to go to parties and not have no work done, because then you'll be stressed. You'll come back home stressed. So, you know, just keep that in mind. The next question is, was it easier coming out of DeBakey? Okay, so for the people who don't know, the high school that I went to was called Michael E. DeBakey. I went to a medical school, a magnet school, and it was a very rigorous school. So I will say that going to DeBakey, my freshman year of college was honestly a breeze. Like, I really do feel like going to DeBakey will prepare you for college, because at DeBakey, it's harder than college. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, going to DeBakey, you're doing so many different things and you're taking so many AP classes, to where when you get in college, like, you're not going to be worried or stressed about anything. So I will say that going to DeBakey does make college easier, and you can ask any other person from DeBakey and they will say the same thing. DeBakey definitely prepares you for college. Now, do I miss going to DeBakey and stressing and having a test and quiz every day? No, but it definitely does prepare you. And your girl got Dean's List. I'm in a National Honor Society, and they just referred me to apply to the Honors College, so it's definitely worth it. Like, I'm a prime example of DeBakey working out really well. Next question is, did I become depressed? Okay, so at one point, I'm not gonna say depressed. I wouldn't say depressed, but I was sad at one point. Just because it was hard for me to like make friends, and I was so like focused on my work that I wasn't really going out and meeting new people. That's like the only thing I would say that I was pretty much sad about, but that actually changed. Like, I was just too hard on myself about like talking to people. I'm a shy person and I'm not much of a person who goes out a lot, so it's kind of hard for me to adjust with that. But as far as like academic wise and stuff, I was not stressed out. Like, okay, I was stressed out sometimes, but I didn't get depressed because of that, you know? So I feel like you might feel down at one point because as you're growing in college, you can lose friends. You can miss home if you're, especially if you're probably out of state. You might be a little homesick and stuff like that. But you'll get over that, y'all. Don't worry about being depressed and all that other stuff. That's why you have to talk to people. You have to get out there. When freshman week come around, make sure you're going out, you're talking to people, you're being friendly, you're putting yourself out there, because the people that you surround yourself with in college does actually affect how well you perform in college, and also it affects like your happiness. Like, I'm not saying to put your happiness should depend on other people, but you're in college to mingle and network, so do that. If you're not networking and you're staying to yourself, you're staying in your dorm the entire time, you will become depressed. So don't stay in your dorm. Join clubs, go to parties, network, talk, do all of those. The next question is, how do you make sure you're on the right path to getting your degree? So this is when you have to start talking to people. This is when you make use of like your academic advisors and stuff like that. Personally, at my SAM, we have like a lot of people who are willing to help when it comes to like your your career and stuff. So setting academic advising appointments will help you with making sure you're on the right path to getting your degree. You always want to make sure that you are taking the right classes. I know for most HBCUs, I think like at the beginning of like freshman year, they choose your classes for you, and like they choose it for you. So whenever you're doing that, just make sure that you are taking the right classes. If you go on your college website and you look at your degree plan for your major, it's going to show you everything that you need. But also, it is important to talk to an academic advisor to make sure that you are on the right track. And make sure you talk. It's going to be different academic advisors. Some academic advisors may not know what they're doing. So talk to multiple people to make sure that you are on the right track. That also goes along with making sure that you have the right amount of hours. I recommend taking 15 or 16 hours for your freshman year. Don't take like 12 or 13. Take 15 or 16 so that you can finish early. And even if you take 15 or 16, like try to take some of your other classes during the summer so that you can graduate earlier. That's a way to make sure that you are on the right degree plan and making sure that you're on time with everything. Basically, just talk to your academic advisor, look it up on the website yourself, and yeah, that's basically all I can say. So the first thing I do want to talk about when you first get to college, this is actually before you get to college, make sure that you have all of your testing and everything out of the way. Like your TSI, make sure you take your TSI. If you need to take your TSI, sometimes you don't have to take your TSI. You met a certain score on your ACT or your SAT scores, sometimes you won't have to take it. Or if you like, I think on like a state test, if you made like a certain score, you won't have to take it. So make sure you take those so you don't have to take remedial classes when you're a freshman. When it comes to creating your own schedule, y'all, if you are not an 8 a.m. person, do not take no 8 a.m. class. I don't know why people get in college taking 8 a.m.s knowing that they don't get up, thinking that they finna be optimistic. No, you're not finna be optimistic. That little twin XL bed that you be having be feeling real good in the morning. So if you're not an 8 a.m. person, do not take no 8 a.m. class. Get your classes in the afternoon if you're like that person. Me personally, I had an 8 a.m. and I like my 8 a.m. Like my 8 a.m. was cool. I was tired, but I'd rather get my classes done and out the way than have them later during the day. I am not gonna be going to class and no 3, 4, 5, well, 3 the latest, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. I don't do that. And another thing, use Rate My Professor to choose your professors, because some professors are horrible. And on Rate My Professor, they let you know how a professor is before you take them and before you add them to your schedule. So that's one thing I will say. When you schedule your classes, use Rate My Professor to choose the professor with the best reviews. That's what I did. I enjoyed all of my professors. It was maybe like one or so that I didn't really like, but you're not going to always like everybody that you have. If you're a freshman, make sure you are going to all of your freshman week activities. Make sure you're mingling, making sure you are being friendly, make sure you're talking to people. Do not stay in your dorm freshman week and just go to class. Don't do that, because you're gonna be sad. You're gonna end up being lonely and sad. You want to talk to people, you want to mingle, you want to network, get to know people. That's what you're here for. So don't stay in your room, talk to people, and don't stress yourself out about making friends. Because me at first, y'all, I'm not really a people's person. So I was like, dang, like I gotta find my friends now. Especially going to a PWI, I was like, dang, like I gotta find my black friends, like da da da. No, like you're gonna meet a whole bunch of people. And at Sam, like if you go to Sam really, it's a PWI, but we got a lot of black people at Sam. It was a lot more black people than I expected. But yeah, just be open-minded, like be open to meeting new friends. Don't just make friends based off race or anything like that. Just talk to new people. You'll meet a bunch of different people, and that's the best thing about college. Everybody has different personalities. Everybody come from somewhere else or another state, another country. Like people just be all over the world. So mingle, talk, have fun, don't be shy. If you're a shy person, you just got to step out of your comfort zone. Another thing that you guys asked me about was studying tips. And I am in a National Honor Society. I am currently applying to be in an honors college. I made Dean's List, so you get advice from the best. One thing about me, baby, I don't play when it comes to my education. Me personally, when it comes to studying, the way that I study is, or the way that I like take notes, it really depends on the class, on how I take notes and how the information is given to me. But basically, I try to most of the time, I try to paraphrase whatever is being said to me in a way that I understand. But you will have some teachers who tell you directly what is going to be on the test. All you got to do is come to class and listen. And you just have to write it down and go over it. Just gradually go over it a little bit. You don't have to go over everything like every day, but don't wait till the last minute to study for a test. Like at least make sure you understand the information. That's one vital thing. You have to make sure you understand what's going on in class. Do not go to class not understanding something and just leave it like that. Make sure you're actually engaging with your teachers. When it comes to being in class, y'all, I don't care what nobody say. Do not be that student that go to class and just sit there and don't talk to your teacher. Me, I always talk to my teachers because I be trying to understand what's going on. Like if my teacher got a question, I know some people in class, they be too shy to answer questions. Me, I'm gonna answer your question because I want to know what's going on. Like I want to know, you have to create relationships with your teachers. It's really important to create a relationship with your teachers. People be saying in college, when you have big classrooms, oh, your teacher is not going to know who you are, so you have to introduce yourself. You do. Make sure you talk to your teacher. If you don't introduce yourself, at least make sure you ask enough questions to where your teacher be like, oh, okay, that's that girl who always asks me questions. Or, just put yourself out. Engaging in the classroom and talking to people in your classrooms is how you pass. Talking to people is how study groups are created. That's how Quizlets are sent to a group chat. I'm telling y'all gotta talk to people. That's the best advice I can give you. When it comes to class, y'all, I will say that you should always engage in your classroom. When I say engage in your classroom, I mean with the students around you and with your professor, especially with your professor, and really with both. Because you don't want to go to class. One thing I hate, I don't like classes to where I'm just sitting there and it's just boring. I like talking to my teachers and I like talking to my classmates. I love an engaging classroom because that's how you learn better and you feel more comfortable, talking, rather than just being in a classroom to where everybody's too scared and too shy to talk. One thing about me, when it comes to those classes, I'm going to be the person who speaks up, or if a professor has a question and somebody's scared to answer it, I'm going to be the person who raise my hand and try to answer the question because, that's just how you learn better. I just like a friendly atmosphere. I don't like those classes that are just boring and everybody just like quiet. Like I hate quiet, awkward classes. I do not like that. I know a lot of people say that you should always introduce yourself to your professors. But me personally, I never just really introduced myself. I just made myself known. So like I've always been the student to ask a lot of questions, or I just go up to my teacher after class, ask him a question, just get clarification on something, just show my face to him a lot so he knows, or like she knows, because that's how they remember you. That's how my teachers remember me. Or like sometimes I just talk to my teachers, because I'm just when it comes to the teachers, I know how to work with teachers. So, you know, I just like talking to my teachers. Yeah, as far as the students, make sure you're talking to the students in your classroom too, because that's how you like pass your test. And I'm not talking about cheating, y'all. I have not cheated, but at Sam, I don't know about like any other school. At Sam Houston, baby, we keep a group meet for every class. Like some classes we don't have a group meet, but 9 times out of 10, if you have a class, there's gonna be a group meet for that class. And if you have a group chat and a group meet for that class, what if one day you don't go to class? Like you need to be in that group chat so you can know what you missed, or you can know if somebody's trying to help you out. Because one thing about them group chats, them group meets, we be in there hustling. And I'm not talking about like hustling answers. Like people really in like group meets, they be trying to do study groups. They be trying to help you out. If you need help and you too scared to ask your professor, even though I feel like it's always good to go to your professor, you can go in the group meet and you can ask a question and somebody can answer it for you or try to help you out. So always make sure you download GroupMe and join the GroupMe for whatever class that you have, because those classes be coming in clutch. A funny story, like I had a political science class, right? And this girl, like we had a GroupMe for the class, and this girl, she volunteered. Keep this in mind. She volunteered to make Quizlets for the whole class. So meaning every time we had a test, she would make a Quizlet for everybody to study. But at one point, Shawty go text in a group chat talking about some, is that all y'all want me for? Girl, what you mean is that all we want you for? You the one who decided to volunteer yourself to make the Quizlets. And then she got mad and locked the Quizlets, y'all. I was like, are you serious? Like, you think we here for your personality? Baby, we want the Quizlet. Like, we need help. Like, what? But nah, like, just, I'm just saying, y'all, like, that as a lesson to always, like, just in case them group meets don't come in clutch and them people stop making quizzes like Shotty did up in my group chat, make sure you have your own studying method. Don't depend. It's okay to use your classmates as your resources, but don't fully depend on nobody for your test. Like, always study on your own. Make sure you understand information on your own. Participate in study groups, but me personally, I like studying on my own. I don't like studying with other people because they tend to get off task, and I tend to, like, I don't know, like, I just like studying by myself. I tried study groups. Some study groups are really effective, but if you have the wrong people in your study group, it can be a distraction. But always use your resources. If you're studying, do not study in your dorm unless you're at your desk. Do not study in your dorm though, because being in your dorm by yourself, you can get easily distracted and you become really sleepy. So I would advise you going to a lounge, going to the library, going to the cafe, going anywhere on campus to study, because being around like other activities and people like actually doing work motivates you to stay focused on your work. So we finna talk about parties, y'all, and what you should do when you go to a party. So when you go into a party, I'm specifically talking, well, I'm talking to everybody. Everybody should be safe, but for my girls out here, it could be really crazy and really hectic. One thing I feel like everybody should notice: if you at a party, do not put your drink down. If you do put your drink down, do not drink it, because there are people, really weird people at parties, and I've seen, you know, I'm not saying I've seen somebody drug somebody, but I've seen like behaviors of the way that people act at parties, and they can be a little weird. So if you drinking something at a party, don't put it down. If you do put it down, don't drink it again. Another thing is, don't drink whatever they be passing around at the party. You gonna have like fraternities and sororities and stuff like that. The Qs, the Alphas, the AKAs, the all of that, all of that. When they get to passing them drinks around, if you want to drink the drink, okay. But I advise you not to drink it just because you simply don't know what's in it. I done had friends who done drunk the drink and they was all right. But me personally, I'm just not finna drink something and I don't know what's in it. Like, you don't know what's in the drink. It could be anything. Like, don't drink nothing that you don't know what it is. I advise you to bring your own bottles to parties. Do not drink anything from at a party, just to be on the safe side. Not everybody has bad or ill intentions, but there's a chance that somebody may have a ill intention and you could possibly get hurt, get drugged, get Lord knows what. So just be safe at parties. Make sure you're not drunk driving. Make sure you have a designated driver. Make sure you when you go to a party with your friends, make sure all your friends are good. Do not leave any of your friends behind. And if anybody ever leaves you behind, those people are not your friends. I feel like this is all pretty self-explanatory, but I just want y'all to be safe. But other than that, if you at a party, tee up, have fun. Do not wear your good shoes at a party. One thing about it, you can look cute at a party. You can look cute all the way up here, down here. But them shoes, wear some worn out shoes. If you want to wear some new shoes, take a picture in the new shoes and then take them off. I advise you guys to join clubs. I joined a few clubs, and joining clubs just make college more fun. You meet new people again. That's a big thing. But I joined like mostly black clubs because, again, I go to a PWI. I be trying to find my people, okay? You know, I mess with the white people and all that too, but I just be, I be trying to find my people. So I joined like the Black Art Society club. I joined criminal justice, even though that wasn't even my major. I joined, what other club I joined? Pose. At Sam Houston, it's this club called Pose, and it's like for fashionistas and stuff. It was really cute, really fun. I really want to join a dance team at Sam. I just haven't like did it yet because I haven't danced in a while. But make sure you join clubs. Clubs are really fun. When you have like little club events, it's like so fun. You can advocate for your club. Do a bunch of things in college, like pledging. I used to want to pledge. I'm not gonna tell y'all what I wanted to be, but actually, like, comment down below what y'all think I give off. Like what y'all think I give off. But I wanted to pledge, but I kind of changed my mind because, hazing and stuff like that. I've never personally seen it happen at Sam, but some stuff be like on the low, so I'm not really sure about pledge. When it comes to dating in college, me personally, I went into college in a relationship, and I'm still in a relationship. So, obviously I'm doing something right. Obviously we doing something right. But I will say, when you in college and you in a relationship, baby, that relationship will be tested. Like, if the person that you are with, that you are going to college with, me and my boyfriend, we don't go to the same school. He goes to a HBCU. I'm at a PWI. We don't go to the same school. But we made it work. But I will say, baby, freshman year, on the phone arguing at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. But we were able to make it work. There was no cheating or anything going on. You go to college and you're in a relationship, don't lose hope because people are telling you, oh, this person is going to cheat. When you get to college, you're going to cheat. It all depends on you. If you truly love the person that you're with, you're not going to cheat on them. And if the person that you're with truly loves you, they're not going to cheat on you. If they do, lesson learned, you don't need to be with that person. It all depends on you. Don't feel forced to stay in a relationship, and don't feel forced to not be in a relationship. Like, if you want to be in a relationship in college and you got people in your ear saying, oh no, this is going to happen, this person is going to cheat on you, it's not going to last, baby, it all depends on you and that other person. So don't let nobody dictate what you got going on. If you're in a long distance relationship, especially if you don't go to the same college, it can be pretty hard. Communication is definitely key. It's gonna be times where your boyfriend and your girlfriend get into it and you're just like, oh my god. But it can definitely work, y'all. Again, I'm still in my relationship with my man. We made it work. I also forgot to mention, y'all, that it is very important that you make time for each other. Make sure you implement each other within your schedules. Make sure you come up with a schedule so that you're able to see each other, especially if you are long distance. It's definitely doable. Just communicate with your partner and make sure y'all talk on the phone. You don't have to talk on the phone with them all the time, but just make sure you still do not completely disregard your boyfriend or girlfriend. Right. It's definitely capable, but just don't the college experience that people be talking about, Another thing is the college experience ain't always what it seemed to be. Everybody in college, some people who don't be in relationships, they be sharing other people. Y'all, I done seen it myself at my school. Like, everybody talk to the same people all over. So keep that in mind. Do not go into college thinking you finna find the love of your life, because I'm not trying to be that person. You may find the love of your life, but the people in college, baby, thoughts. Okay, thoughts. Young, hot. Young and hot is what they are. Serious now, y'all. Just be careful when you're dating in college. I'm not trying to be like mean and not hopeful, because you could possibly find the love of your life in college. I just want y'all to keep in mind, like, based off of what I've seen, even though I went to college in a relationship, I've seen like some of the situations that friends that I've known or people that I've known, they have been in with sharing the same dude or talking to the same person. Like, just keep that in mind. Not everybody is going to be on the same thing with you if you want to pursue a relationship in college. Like, most of the time, these people are not even taking relationships seriously. Not everybody though, but just be careful. Make sure you stay safe. If you decide to do some things, make sure you're using protection, because baby, diseases are real. Okay, diseases are real. I'm not trying to get y'all no sex ed, but diseases are real. So make sure you're using protection. Make sure you're careful. Make sure you're not just kissing people, and like, just be careful, y'all. Like, I'm really just saying this heart to heart, because I know y'all be want to find love, and I know y'all be you want a man, you may want a girl. Just, everybody is not worth the relationship, and you don't have to focus on a relationship in school. You're here for your degree, baby. If you happen to find somebody, I love that for you, but don't make that your main priority is to like be in love in college. You here for that degree. Get that degree, then leave.